I'm here to do the Half and Half Not Season 3, Episode 5. It starts off where it left off last week, where Hannah had found Amanda's body laying in the bed, and you know, she's smearing blood everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, I'm seeing where it's going. I'm just mark my words, they gonna end up trying to say that Hannah did something to this girl, because Hannah had blood smeared all on the wall, all on her clothes, all that kind of stuff. She runs to Wyatt's room and she's banging on his door, you know, go help her, she hurt, whatever. So he goes and runs to her room and he sees her, he's screaming, why? And so she runs downstairs to tell Celine to call 911. Celine like, I'm on the phone. But she didn't hear her the first time. She just heard her talking. She was like, I'm on the phone. So then, the next thing you know, when she turned around and seen all the blood on her, she like, what the fuck is going on? So she tell Carlos, her son, that she'll call him back or whatever. And so Hannah snatched the phone and called 911. And as she's describing that someone is hurt and she's 21, you know, Celine runs upstairs because she knows who she's talking about. So she run up there, she see Amanda up in the bed laying there. Why still screaming, why? So I'm like, okay, is they gonna say it? Why is they gonna say it's Hannah? But I'm quite sure they're gonna probably try to blame this on Hannah. And if Miss Cryer go for that, come on now. She knows she didn't do nothing to that girl. Especially when they see like the time stamp. And when they do the autopsy and they see the time stamp or whatever of that girl's death and how long she had been dead, it couldn't have been Hannah and it could have been Wyatt. But I'm just saying. So I wonder if they gonna, you know, cover it up for him again or whatever. So then you got Maggie in the office, you know, still trying to look for Jim or whatever. She's still going crazy. This reporter lady that's supposed to interview Jim, she comes and looking for him like, you know, where is he at? We need to get this on the road. And if his ass don't show up, it's going to be a damn problem because I can spin it to make him look bad. So I was like, okay, whatever. So then, you know, Maggie goes up into David's office, barging in, demanding to find out where he at. They don't know. Catherine walks in. They asking her where he at. Veronica, she was shady this whole motherfucking episode. She kept on saying, you know, she made reference about Maggie, something about like being undressed or something. So Catherine like she do. And so, you know, next thing you know, David had to get her up out of there because they was really about to keep on throwing shade to Maggie. And I'm sitting there like, your shade is being thrown the wrong way. I'm going to keep on saying that, ladies. Your shade is being thrown the wrong way. David is married, not Maggie. I understand you want to fight the woman, but David is the married one in this situation. So, anyway, moving on from that, you know, her and Veronica start talking about Jim and where he at and all that kind of stuff and how Wyatt has Jim's phone or whatever. She's like, you sure Jim is okay? Like his phone has been missing. Well, you ain't tripping, you know. And then they was laughing about Quincy beating up on Jim, and I'm like, this is crazy. But I don't remember her knowing something that she sent that. Oh yeah, she do. I do think she said she sent him. Did she? I don't know. But they crazy. They were so excited about Jim getting whooped on. I don't know. So then you have this reporter lady. She ended up coming and, you know, she's from the LGBT community. And she was like, you know, Landon, why did you invite me here? You know Maggie is going to shut me down. Why did you invite me here? And he was like, no, your questions, don't worry about Maggie. You're going to be able to answer your questions. And she was basically like, I know Judge Cryer's, you know, what he think about gay rights, and he's trying to steer her into asking Veronica questions, and I'm sitting there like, oh, he's shady, but I was so damn here for it. I'm sorry, I was so here for her because the way she treats Landon and the way she treats Jeffrey. So I was waiting for this press conference to come up. So Anyway, Jim and Candace, that shit was getting so boring and irritating to me. I'm like, okay. I don't know. I just wasn't so excited maybe when it first started, but as the episodes go on, I'm just like, okay, Candace, you're going to either get the money or you're not going to get the money. But this is just ridiculous now at this point to me. But, you know, he's getting suited and booted. She's scaring him, telling him that that's his suit to die in. That ain't his suit to go to his press conference. And she's waiting on the money transfer. The money transfer end up coming in, so she ended up letting him leave, and she gave that fool a bus pass. I fell out, because he was like, I gotta go outside. These people gonna kill me going outside, and you want me to go on down buses? And she like, that's the only way your ass is getting up out of here, is if your ass get on the bus. But she ended up getting like $700 or some $1,000 or whatever. And what pissed me off about Candace is her homeboy, she told him she only got 400 some thousand. I understand you need your bigger cut, but he did most of your dirty work, and I'm sorry, that was just fucked up, because this nigga had your back when nobody else didn't. So that was just wrong on Candace's part. But hey, you know Candace is all about her money, and she greedy, and she all about her damn come up or whatever. But I just felt like that was wrong. But as Jim was walking to that damn bus stop from them projects, he was so scared. But my whole thing was, even when he was sitting on the bus stop and the dude was sitting on the bus stop, I'm sitting there like, first of all, in our hood, if a dude is sitting on the bus stop and a white dude with a suit on come sit there, that fool is the po-po. My homie's gonna get up and walk away, because first of all, they ain't get on the bus. Well, that dude probably was getting on the bus. But my homeboys that sit on the bus stop, they ain't waiting to get on the bus. They making a sale. So they would have walked away with a damn police. I mean, him looking like a damn feds and shit. Hell no. Jim looked like a straight police, so my homeboys would have walked away. Then I'm like, she tells him to go outside and wait for the bus, and I'm sitting there like, so you about to get on a bus that you don't know what direction it's going in. You don't know nothing about the bus. So how do this bus know just to drop you off at the place? I'm just saying. So just get that right, Tyler. I'm just saying. Little stuff like that I be kind of noticing. But yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. Let's see. Did anything else happen? Like I said, Maggie is so into looking for Jim and all this stupid stuff or whatever, and so Landon is like, okay, well Landon was like, let me get the David and Veronica to go up and have a little small press conference to kind of waste time. So Maggie said into that, and she said, okay. So he goes in there, try to prep them and tell them to give them kind of signals, and when they feel uncomfortable, he would step in on the questions. I'm like, yeah, he is setting their ass up. And I was so damn here for it. Let me see. Because I'm trying to make sure I get let's just talk about it. I ain't got to talk about all these notes. So anyway, so the press conference ended up coming up. But before the press conference come up or whatever, Veronica was shading the hell out of Landon. She was telling, because he was, when they were doing the signals or whatever, she was saying, he was like, yeah, because the queen used signals for her people. And she was like, yeah, you would know about queens. And then when they was walking out, he was like, I like your shoes. She was like, yeah, you would. I was like, ooh, she get on my damn nerve. Like, Veronica makes my blood boils when she on TV. Then Jeffrey ended up coming with Melissa, old delusional ass, and stuff like that. And, you know, his dad, David, was like, Landon, are you going to stand with Jeffrey? And Veronica was like, no, hell no. Melissa's going to stand with him. And Melissa, old delusional ass, just sitting there stuck on stupid, don't know nothing. I'm like, girl, it's obvious, but okay, we gonna play like we done like you, like, okay. But so anyway, you know, Veronica just kept on shade. It was pissing me off. But they ended up doing a press conference. David was taking questions. He was handling them okay. I guess I didn't really care. I was just waiting on them to ask Veronica the question. And then when the lady asked Veronica, was like, I got a question for Veronica, whatever, and she was asking her views on gay rights. David was like, my rights has the same views as me. And she was like, I'm not asking you, I'm asking her. So then Veronica started trying to beat around the question, talking about everybody should be equal. She was like, that's not what I asked you. The lady kept on going in depth, like, what if you had a son that was gay and his partner got ill and he wouldn't be able to go into the hospitals and stuff like that? So she was like, well, my son not gay. The lady was like, but what if he was? Veronica, next thing you know, I think Veronica started noticing that Landon was full of shit, because next thing you know, Veronica answered that question like a motherfucking pro. I was like, God damn it. I was so damn mad because I wanted to see egg on her face. But we know who Veronica is. Veronica is trained for this shit. Like, she is trained to, bitch, it's just like, ugh. But you know this bitch is hard like Candace, so you know she gonna get away with shit. But you just like want to see her downfall, and I really want to see her just. I just hope that reporter lady runs something horrible on her just flipping. You know how the media is. I don't know. I just don't like her. But she read the shit out of motherfucker Landon after that. They got off that stage. She was like, "You fired." He was like, "I don't work for you." Then next thing you know, David was like, well, you fired. So he was like, I don't need to work for you people. Oh, yeah, when Veronica was talking and that lady, she called the lady a man. Then she said, you people. I was like, you people. But then, you know, that's when she covered it up and was like, when I say you people, I mean you people that comes here with an agenda. And she started saying, I want everybody to have equal rights. And I'm like, this bitch. But anyway, so then Landon was like something about you people when he got mad when he got fired. So that motherfucker kissed Jeffrey. Because he was like, Jeffrey, are you mad or something? And then he kissed Jeffrey. And Melissa was like, what the fuck? And so Jeffrey got mad at Landon and walked off. And Landon was like, he's gay. I'm sorry, but he's gay. And I'm like, bitch, everybody know he's gay. But okay, delusional Melissa, whatever. But anyway, after that, that whole Benny and him trying to get, he went to go see one of his homeboys as a truck driver, and we heard that the other homeboy got popped by the Fed, so they said to auction all his stuff off. He needs some money to go into business with these dudes or whatever. So next thing you know, he go to Candace's room. He tell her how mad he is at her for leaving. Then he go off on her about having all that new stuff she had in her room. I didn't really care, because I'm like, only thing that irritated me was Candace, because he was like, it was $20,000 for this, $3,000 for this, something thousand for that. Then Candace said, we rich. I said, bitch, you only got $700 and something thousand. Okay, I understand people live in the hood, they be thinking that's a lot of money, but you old enough and you go to law school to know that ain't shit. Just saying. That was just dumb right to me. But okay. So anyway, at the end, they were waiting on, still looking for Jim. Everybody's still looking for Jim, trying to call his phone, David, I think his phone ended up ringing or something, and it was Wyatt. But he couldn't understand what Wyatt was saying. He didn't know if it was Jim or Wyatt, because all he kept on screaming on the phone was, we need help, we need help. And at that same time, the reporter lady was getting ready to go on air to talk bad about Jim being a no-show. Then somebody whispered in her ear. Then all the phones started going off, and everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? Because by then, Catherine had left. She had snatched the phone out of David's hand to talk to Wyatt, but she going off on Wyatt. Next thing you know, another phone rang, and I think her phone rang, and it was Hannah. And she was like, Hannah, I don't know what he's talking about. She just talking bad about Wyatt. And next thing you know, they put it on air that Judge Pryor couldn't make it to the conference because the death of his daughter of an apparent suicide. And it was so sad. Like, the way it played out, it was so sad. And that was a good part of playing out, because you kind of felt that moment. And Catherine. Catherine just was froze. She just sit there. She couldn't say nothing. She couldn't move. She couldn't do nothing. You just felt her pain as a mom. You just like, what the fuck? And Daisy was surrounding her, and it was just sad. So next week, the police gonna be at the house, and then they gonna say that waiting on the DA. So apparently they're gonna try to make it a homicide instead of a suicide. So we're gonna get to see about that. And y'all tell me what y'all thought about this week's of the have and have nots. Like I said, it was an okay episode. I was just waiting on Veronica to have egg on her face, but then she put it back on ours. And the whole thing with Amanda was crazy. But like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think about, how y'all think it's going to play out. And we keep talking in the comments section. Make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, Xbox Live. I do everything by The Ghetto View. THA, not THE. And make sure you check out my Support Tuesday video. And make sure you share it and like it and all that good stuff. And make sure you check out Ashley Miller and Mike B. Some More Love TV. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.